Sup players, SecTGG, and today we're back with some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel on the channel. In today's video I thought it could be fun to actually take on the, the S-Force missions, because I feel like that this is actually a pretty chill archetype, I will say. I like the whole idea of the archetype, so yeah, without further ado, let's get into this. I'm sorry for the, the audio in this video. There's no background music, unfortunately, so you can only hear my voice in this video, but let's just get into this. So you know the drill, guys. The first one is the first few minutes is just the introduction to the archetype, I will say. We get the scenarios, and then after that we have the practice practice missions. We basically get to learn the deck a little bit more. So yeah, as you guys can see, we don't have that many missions in this. In this mission, we don't have that many missions in this archetype, which is fine. We have the standard ones, which is 5, I believe. 5 missions in total. So maybe 6 or 7 in total, if we take the entire page. But here we can basically get the idea of how the S-Force monsters is working. I actually feel like I really like the fact when you're introduced to the different archetypes and you get to play the different kind of go-to plays and stuff like that. I think that is pretty chill. So yeah, and here we summon out the boss monster S-Force Justice and stuff like that, and can actually negate card effects, that is awesome, I will say that. But yeah, I get the idea of the entire, the archetype, that you basically, your go-to place to get out your S-Force Justice, to have, Omni-Negate on your field. And yeah, I really like the idea that you can also move the monster to another zone, that's awesome. Alright, so we're starting out here, going second. Our opponent starts out by Necrogotna, which is really, I will say, in these types of missions, could be a fine monster. Alright, let's start out by summoning out this card. We're summoning this monster, we're activating this card's effect. Let's banish that one, because we can get it back with this monster here. So yeah, let us activate this card's effect, because that is something that we can do. Let's just proceed to the battle phase. We attack there, and direct attack, lock out Gotna. Alright, cannot be destroyed, but we still dealt some damage. I feel like it's good to have these type of cards on the field. I could go into Justice, but then I would only have one monster, where in this scenario 3 is better. So yeah, let us summon out this card. I just realized that I could use it as link material in my hand, but it's fine. We're banishing it to summon out this card. On summon, we will activate this effect to try to pop, but he can protect it by negating our effect. So it's fine. We're using that, this, and that to summon out Justice. So yeah. And now we're summoning this card. We're popping his face down. We're using his effect, banishing our little card to pop his monster. And we go into battle phase. Of course, Necrogotna negates that attack, but we can still deal some form of damage. And I just realized if I was smart, I would have attacked with our our Iron Dragon first instead of our Justice, because then we could have attacked for game. I don't know if the AI would just have let the attack go through, and then when we try to attack him with one of our bigger monsters, he would use Necrogotna's effect. Yeah, we don't need to use our showdown spell card. Not yet. I will say that. Not yet. But now we have opened up the gate to the last two missions. I will say that has probably become more easy. I hate a little bit the times where you have to see the final scenario, because usually in these videos I'm saving that for the last. So I'm watching the first scenario, and then I'm using the practice, and then I'm taking all the duels in a row, and then I'm saving the last scenario for last, because then we have finished all the missions and yeah, stuff like that. Except for if it's like in a different kind of scenario, like as an example, the ones that you have to watch the final scenario before you can continue. I dislike that a little bit. But yeah, that's just something that I can't proceed. And this was stupid to summon out our Iron Dragon, because I could have, if I would have been smart. But yeah, now we summon out Justice. Alright, he actually does something. I guess we just negate the effects of that monster and do that. We deal small 300 damage. I would say it was a little bit a backstone that we have to lose our boss monster there. Or not lose him, but it left the field. Ow. Okay, that was something. This is actually a great top deck. So we are going to search out. Let us search this guy. Because why not? Then we're summoning him by banishing that. And then we normal summon him. And we actually. I love these types of decks, because then we can have cards like Dark Rebellion in here. Use that to have that. Going into battle phase. Kill that. Main phase 2 and phase pass turn onto you. Activate the Monarchs. Use effect. You're getting the trap. I'm not giving you the Stormfront. Not yet. He has set his cards. I wonder what that could be. Alright, so we're summoning out this guy. That is just going to battle phase. Okay, he's doing that, tributing that. I could have actually dealt more damage if I could just have remembered that that card have only had 1,000 defense points. But yeah, that is sometimes the mistakes that I make, guys. I'm just foreshadowing myself and not seeing the logic. We're getting this to our hand because we can summon it out. What can we summon here? We can synchro summon, but nah, we're going to do this. We're summoning out that. Use effects, deal that to our side of the field. Have I just foreshadowed myself? Probably not. Have I? Oh, I have. Why didn't I summon that into attack? It was 800 more attack. I could have won on this. My last turn here. And now we just lost that card. But what happened to my Dark Rebellion? It's actually funny. I didn't see what happened to my Dark Rebellion. I guess it was popped by some sort, since it's in the graveyard now. Finishing that, we summon that, we activate that, into defense, going to battle phase, and now we just attack for game. So yeah, that's game. I will say that. Alrighty then. Last mission. I actually always feel like that the last missions are going to be the hardest ones. And yeah. Not the best starting hand, I will say. We're just setting that, set that, passing turn. I will save my showdown. because it is the same monster that we set to the field, so it's not the most valuable thing to do. That is actually more great. We're going to activate Showdown, special summon out this guy in defense mode. I hate that a little bit, but we can actually add our Rappa now. So we're going to activate that, banish that from the graveyard. That's actually useful. And we're going to bounce both of your cards back because we can, and Chain Link. Free chain summoning. Well, not bounce, banishing apparently. Alright, so we're summoning out that, and then we summon this because we're chain summoning. Now we are using you, and you to go into Justica, or Justice. So we're attacking with 2600, and we are passing turn here. And he summons something? That is something, I will say. Alright, so Goyo Guardian here. Yeah, let us chain our S-Force Justice card here to negate his effect. Alright, so Showdown at this card to hand, that's good. So that's actually fine, I will say. Using his effect to banish that card to pop his monster. Let's go to battle phase. I don't want to use my monster as a tribute. Not yet, guys. Not yet. I'm always waiting until we declare the effects because you never know. In this time of scenario, it doesn't really matter, but I feel like that I would rather do it whenever you're declaring the effects, because that seems more rational instead of just we're using its effect just to do something. Alright, so we're doing his effect, we add this because we can get back our big guy. We activate that, we search our Rappa. We're using Showdown to special summon Rappa from hand. I could have actually added one of the cards back to my hand, but yeah. We're summoning this, we're using this, but yeah. That is actually one of the better combos here, because the cards that we just banished are resummoned to our field, which is nice. And we win because we attack with him. So I will say, overall, in overall type of cards, I would say that the S-Force monsters are they are something. I really like their play style a little bit. The fact that you basically summon out a form for Omnigate and stuff like that. I don't know if you can call it an Omnigate, but basically it is some sort of Omnigate. But yeah, back at the headquarters, the S-Force headquarters. So yeah, something that I a little bit like about the some of the artworks is that IP Masquerina is on the screen. Like, she's the one that is on the trap card that pops or that banished. That actually banished the monsters in one of the previous duels. So yeah. Alright. Dr. Diagramma, something like that. And Justify. We have, and then we have that Miss Justify or something like that. Also, overall rating, these cards are actually really good, but the problem is as well with all other archetypes in Yu-Gi-Oh! It's the cards itself that cannot follow the game. But yeah. Guys, this was everything for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.